Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Bimal Singh and in this particular video we'll see how we can identify and classify the sensitive information with the help of Microsoft Purview. What exactly it is, how practically we can play with the sensitive information. So let's get started and see how it works. Okay, before jumping towards the implementation, we need to understand what exactly sensitive information type is. So you can think of sensitive information type as a rule that basically helps you to spot or identify your sensitive data automatically. It works with the patterns. For example, they can detect when a document contains a credit card number, or maybe the social security number, or maybe the bank account number, or similarly any other sensitive information. Here, Microsoft gives you lots of these rules ready-made, so you don't need to build every, you can say, patterns or identification from the scratch. But at the same time, if your company has a special type of data like employee ID or maybe the internal codes, in that case, you can create your own custom rule as well. Now, why we need to classify the data? As we talked, so before you can protect sensitive information, you need to find it first. If you know, then only you can protect it. So this classifying helps you to make sure your sensitive information like personal or financial data is protected from the data leak or maybe exfiltration, or also you can stay compliant with laws like GDPR. Now, the next important point is how does this Microsoft Purview identify these sensitive items? So you can see we have three different approach. The first approach is manual, means the users or employee can mark their files or emails as sensitive themselves. And the second one is automatic. So it's basically pattern-based rule. The Microsoft scans for things like credit card or ID numbers. And the third option is machine learning. So it can learn and detect custom content types like contracts or internal forms, or even there is no fixed pattern. So let's get started and see from the Purview console how actually we can play with sensitive information types. Okay, this is Microsoft Purview compliance portal where we are logged in as a compliance administrator. So let's get started and explore what exactly data classification is at this place. So we are getting a dedicated option inside the Purview for data classification. If I'll go inside, there we find classifiers. If I go to that place, here you will get sensitive information types and the patterns. So that is best to identify and detect sensitive item within our organization. And Microsoft 365 has already included many built-in type that are ready for our use cases. So let's explore some of them. If I'll go down, there we have many. Let's explore this credit card number. So if I click on that, here this particular sensitive information type detects credit card numbers. Let's scroll it down and see here how it identifies. So if you can see, there we have many information like what exactly their pattern is, how these informations are being collected. And in fact, this is not only the information, Microsoft has provided the complete documentation for that to know your already created classifiers. So if I go to next tab and open a new, you can say Microsoft documentation link for this credit card number information type. So if I'll go and check their format, here it tells you what would be the format. And even the keywords you will have clearly mentioned here. Under that sensitive means credit card sensitivity, information type. These are the keywords that it detects. So this area is the specific, you can say used keyword defined. And as you can see here, if it detects credit verification or maybe card identification number or CVN or CID, it will detect that's the sensitive information in your data. Now let's close this one. And now we have this matched item. So to review any sensitive item in our organization that matches the, you can say, definition for this credit card number sensitive information type, we need to click and identify from here. So if I go to matched item, here it will provide you all the locations where it has detected. So as you can see under this OneDrive 40 files are there, Exchange 16 files are there, SharePoint 3 files are there, Teams 7 files are there. Let's explore this OneDrive. If I'll go inside that, we have different drive names and each drive has detected some of this. So we are getting the list. To go inside, let's click there and here it tells you, okay, that some detection has been taken for and the sensitive information type is what? Credit card. Now to go and check the detail, we just need to click there and what information has been detected, you will find it from here. So these are all the sensitive info types that were identified in this particular document, like credit card number, EU debit card number, US bank account number, or all full names. Let's close it and go inside the document and see what exactly we have. Just to expand, we can click on this button and there we got uh, contextual summary. And here you will find this is basically a document which holds such information. Now to get more detail, we can go to detail section and there we will get this primary matches. And here it tells you, hey, we found something called credit card number or the Visa number or something like that. If I'll go inside the details, this is basically a metadata, means document metadata. So after getting this information detected, we can have clear visibility by reading the metadata of the document. And actually, this is how your sensitive information type is detecting from the documents by reading their metadata. So if I click on this match document, it will provide you the complete information. As you can see here, we got the clear visibility by highlighting it. Okay, these are the number that we got detected from this. Now let's come back. And also, it's not only that you just founded this information, you can submit, you can say, a copy of the item to the Microsoft along with your feedback. So they'll improve if something is not being detected or if there is a chance to increase some detection approach. So let's go back and now explore some other sensitive, you can say, information type. For example, driver license. So you may have driving license that should not be kept anywhere randomly. Again, depends on the organization, but these are considered, generally it is considered as a sensitive information for any organization. So as you can see here, we got all the driver license and it's an entity. Now, it's not about driver license only. If I'll go to that place, we have identification. If I go inside that, we are getting again entity related to identification. Now, if I'll go to the type, there it is not just entity type information we have. We also have bundled, you can say, information. So as you can see here, all credential type. So it doesn't have just one kind of detection. It may detect more than one type. So if I go to this place and let's explore the documents, what Microsoft talks about this bundled credential type. So if I go inside the format, similarly, we will fetch all the format. And as you can see, what information it contains. If someone keeps the secret for SC3, Amazon SC3 client or access key, or maybe someone keeps the secret for the Azure AD client secret or Azure AD user credential or app service deployment password and so on. So any kind of credential which falls under this condition will be detected as a sensitive information within your organization. Now, as you can see, it's a huge number. It's not a small amount. Okay, now we can just keep moving from here to other sections like we have all full names, that is also bundle entity, and it basically includes or detects full name for the people from all supported countries or the regions. Now, next to that, we have all medical terms and conditions. So all medical related information you will have. Again, there is a documentation given by Microsoft and you can explore that part. Now let's similarly we have all physical address. If it finds any physical address of the employee or anyone else, it will detect as a sensitive information. Now let's go and move to Content Explorer. This is a dedicated section as it sounds. So we can use this Explorer to review items within our organization where we can find the sensitive information which has been detected within our organization. So for example, as you can see, all full name it has detected 294, Australian company number has been detected 86, and so on. We are getting this complete summary. So if I have to go and explore any of one which you want to explore it, just go and click any of them. For example, US Social Security number. If I go inside it, again, it has detected some information is there in Exchange, OneDrive, SharePoint, wherever. So let's click on the SharePoint, and there you will find this is the SharePoint site where it has detected 8. And we found these 8 files. There it has this detection. So there we have one Excel sheet for customer data. If I'll go inside it, there you can find this customer ID and social security numbers are mentioned. Again, we can go and explore contextual summary, and it tells you the complete detection, whatever it has detected. Now let's come back to this classifier, and let's create a new sensitive information type, because whatever we explored so far, that is something already created by Microsoft and we can use it to identify. So if I'll go inside this sensitive info type, we need to provide the name. So let's give a name for that. We need to give the description. Description is mandatory field, so you must describe it. Then we can define the pattern. This is the important part. So let's create the pattern. And here we will define the confidence level, medium confidence, low confidence, or high confidence. And there we will add a primary element. Primary element, either we can search it for the regular expression or maybe keyword dictionaries, or we have function through which it will detect, or we are going to define the keyword list. So for now, let's go with the keyword list, and we will provide the keyword list ID. For example, the case insensitive, and we have case sensitive block. There are two blocks. So either your keywords can be case sensitive or case insensitive. So right now we are putting our keywords under this case insensitive. So it doesn't matter it is in a capital, a small, or the proper case. Now let's done it and click on create. Now we created one, you can say, pattern for our, you can sensitivity label. So uh, we can create another pattern. It depends. So let's, for example, we can go to that place. There we can go and again keyword list and choose from the existing keyword list. If I'll go to that place, they have already created keyword list and we are going to pick them from the existing one. So for example, research and development, and we have taken. So if it finds anything, you can say related to research and development, it will let you know. Now done. And there we have supporting element. So if I click here, so in this case, we will use regular expression. So if I'll go to this regular expression, there we are going to specify the ID for the regular expression. We'll provide what exactly the expression will detect, and you must need to know that what happens if I specify in such a way. For example, if I wrote it /D, it means what? Means we are going to use any digit. And similarly, so as you can see, they have given you the document that will help you to identify what would be the pattern for the regular expression, and accordingly you can define it. Then we can say done, and let's create it. Now just go to the next, and here you can choose the recommended confidence level to show in compliance policies. Like once it detects, it should be high confidence level or the medium confidence level. Let's go with the default option and create this. Okay, once it is created, that's done. And we can now search. So we just created our sensitive info type. And now we are going to test it with the documents that matches the pattern which we have defined within our sensitive information type or not. So it's just to ensure that you can say the sensitive information which we created is working properly or not. So we'll go to that place. Let's search for that. There we have a research and development. Let's go there, click on test, upload the file, and we have product announcement default docs. Let's go there, test, and let's finish. Okay, so here at this place, as you can see, match result, and it tells you that research and development and match is found. So you can see we have detected the following in product announcement draft dot docs. And this is what it tells you. Okay, now let's return to the sensitive information type. So now we can create a fingerprint-based SIT and use them in your Microsoft Purview data loss prevention policy to protect sensitive information in standard forms that are used throughout your organization. So let's go to that place and see the document for fingerprinting. So here you can see this document tells you how the fingerprinting identifies the unique word pattern in a form or you can say template. So it's a fingerprint that can then be detected in other similar documents. So if I scroll it down, here you can see that's the fingerprint creation and patterns that they have given you at this place. So let's come back and there we can go and check this create fingerprint based SIT. Let's go there, give a name, patent application. Let's go to that. We will upload that file, template file, and open it. Now let's go to next and create. Okay, so the fingerprint based sensitive info type is created. Now let's search for it. And there we are going to search. There we got this US patent applications. Let's click there and we can test it. If I'll go and upload this file, this is patent application. If I go and open it, test it, and here it tells you match has been detected or not. So it says we have detected the following match, patent application, that's the doc file, and it has detected something at this place. Okay, so I hope you got an idea what exactly sensitive information is and how this Microsoft Purview helps you to play with this sensitive information towards protecting your organizational data. So thank you so much for watching and see you in next.